on a one-nozzled noozer. And then comes a lion who's partly a trout. And more stuff 45 minutes about. And then, behind them, while everyone stares, come my to and fro marchers, who march in 5 layers. The froze march on toes, and the toes march on froze. Don't know how they do it, but that's how it goes. And now comes an act of enormous. No performers perform this performance. This stunt is too gripely, slippily frightening. Down from the top of my tent like greased lightning, through the pots full of lots of big sticklebush trees, slides a man, what a man, on his roller skis. And he'll stare without a fear, and you'll know at a glance that it's Sneelock, the man who takes chance after chance. And he won't even rip a small hole in his pants. And now here in this cage is a beast most ferocious, who's known far and wide as the great spotted atrocious, who growls, howls, and yows with the most blood-curdling sounds, with each tooth in his mouth weighing at least 60 pounds. And he chews up and eats with the greatest of ease things like carpets and sidewalks and people and trees. But the great Colonel Sneelock is just the right kind of a man who can tame him. I'm sure he won't mind. Then I'll let Sneelock off for a few minutes rest, while high over your heads you will see the best of the world's finest, fanciest, breezy trapezing. A Zoom troop from West Upper Benzening, who never quite knew while they zoop and they zoom, which one will catch that one, or which one will catch whom, or who will catch which by the what and the where, or just when and how, in which part of the air. What a circus, my circus McGurkus. My workers will love work. They'll say, work us, please work us. We'll work and we'll work up so many surprises, you'll never see it in half of your 40 eyeses. And now, again Sneelock, brave Sneelock is back, risking life in my patented life-risking track, while the speedsters I call my colliding collusions race round in swift cars called abrasive contusions. And Sneelock just lies there, not one bit excited. I know he won't mind, he'll be simply delighted. And here, in a contest of brute strength and muscle, Kid Sneelock, my champ of all champs, will now tussle and wrestle a beast called the Grizzly Ghastly, and slap him around, and then he'll slam him down fastly, and pin both his shoulders tight flight to the mat, and Kid Sneelock will love it, I'm sure about that. And while that goes there, look at this go on here. Have you ever heard of my herd of through horns jumping deer? Every deer jumps through horns of another pell-mell, while his horns are jumped through also at the same time as well, by a deer whose horns are also being jumped through by another who's having his jump through too. I'm sure I'll know which trainer Sneelock can train them to do. Then the whole tent will ring with hoorays and wild shouts, while I wheel in my whales and they turn on their spouts. First my number 1, with his aim that aims true, spouts a spout that spouts Sneelock into whale number 2, and then whale number 2 spouts his spout like And then spouts, old Sneelock right and back, whale one. And then forwards and backwards on spout after spout, my great spout rider Sneelock gets spouted about, just as long as the water they're spouting holds out. Then my tournament knights, noble apes without fears, Sir Hector, Sir Victor, Sir Bops and Sir Beers, Sir Hawkins, Sir Dawkins, Sir Jocks and Sir Cheers, clatter into the tent while everyone cheers. Stage a roust about joust with their boxing glove spears. And while all this wild ruckusing goes on below, at the top of this tent, look, the star of my show. Great daredevil Sneelock, the world's bravest type. He comes pulled through the air by a 3-sovereign snipe on a dingus contraption attached to his pipe. And while people below are all turning chalk white and biting their fingernails off in fright, great Sneelock soars up to a terrible height. Then he shakes himself loose, he starts down a dive, such as no man on earth could come out alive. But he smiles as he falls, and no fear does he feel. His nerves are like iron, his muscles like steel. And he plunges down, with his hair still combed neat, 4,692 feet. And then he'll land in a fishbowl. He'll manage just fine. Don't ask how he'll manage. That's his job, not mine. Why, he'll be a hero, of course he won't mind, when he finds that he has left a big circus behind. The end. That was a funny one. We miss you so much. I hope that you're all doing really well, okay?